Welcome, everyone. My name is Tony Cockrell, president of the Dfwbiug Infrastructure User Group, and thanks for joining us for our annual Christmas meetup. It's been a great year so far. I know everybody's been really busy this year. We've had a lot of events, but a lot of people couldn't attend because of work and other family appointments and issues that they had to take care of. But I'm excited. This year's been a really great year for the user group. We've had some steady growth. To this, in this webinar or this meetup, we're going to give out some rewards also to our most active members. I do appreciate those members that come in and attend our webinars, our tech talk, our CAD After Dark, our participate in the polls, and also blog posts. That's something we like. It's key in the user group is sharing knowledge to the user group members. So we've had a lot of active members. We've had about 10, 12 people that are actively posting tips and tricks on various Autodesk software and other things. So, but let me go ahead and get the PowerPoint slide up. Let me see here. So let me share. Sorry for the coffee. All right, can everybody see my screen? Let me get the chat up over here. And give me a thumbs up if y'all can see the screen. On the chat. Oh, thumbs up. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Who are we? If you don't know, the DFW BIM infrastructure. That's what it stands for. The Dfwbiug is the DFW BIM infrastructure user group. Now, yes, it says DFW, but doesn't mean that we are only for DFW members. It started here. I started the user group by around 2015. But the key focus is sharing knowledge, sharing tips and tricks, helping each other out on different aspects of things inside the AEC industry. If you don't know, I started this user group on, if you're one of the original members, I started this user group 2015, and it was on Google Plus. If y'all remember Google Plus, I loved it because you can blog post on there. Hey, Kristen, thanks for joining us. And then Google Plus ended, a few years later, so I had to move the platform, but I took like a 1 or 2 year break, and then found MeWe, which is very similar to kind of like Facebook, where you can upload videos, blog posts, even chat, even video chat. If you don't know, you can video chat inside MeWe, and you can also use MeWe on the mobile app on Android. I think it's on iPhone also. But here's a kind of a history of the user group. I started, Tony said with 3D World 2009 when I was blog posting, but eventually, actually in 2012, I started the DFW BIM user group. I don't know why I put 2015, but it's actually 2012. And then we had a blog site I started, and then we had our very first event in 2016. So we do have events we do live, and I will talk about next year's event. So I haven't done a live event in person since COVID, but now I'm going to bring that back. And this year I was supposed to do it, but I was just too slammed with work. User groups are kind of fading away. It's kind of sad, but there's very few user groups left. If you go to the Autodesk website called Autodesk Group Network, you can see all the user groups that have been uploaded to the Autodesk accounts. But I would say 50%, maybe 60% of those have been closed. The websites are no longer running. The user groups are no longer running. So it is a job trying to run a user group, staying active, creating webinars and stuff. It is a job, I'll tell you right now. But I enjoyed it. Going to the user group when I was a regular CAD user. During lunch, I would drive over to one of the local resellers user group meetings, or even after work, I attended those user group meetings and stuff. But yeah, there's only a handful left. Let's talk about our membership. So you can see here the growth of our membership since 2021 on MeWe, when we started on MeWe. So you can see a slight steady growth. It's slowed down. This is the last 3 months. Our growth has kind of slowed down, but I've actually kind of was so slammed I forgot to send more invites out. But we're at 317 users, and every one of these members probably jump in and out once a year. We have probably about 20 active users, and then we have a lot that jump in once a month, And then we have several that just come in and just chat with me privately. And some of them don't participate at all. They just jump in and look what's happening in our platform and stuff. So just because you don't see anything doesn't mean nothing's going on, because there are members that chat in the chat, the private chats, just to let you know. So there's quite a few people that will chat in the private chat. So, but we've seen a steady growth, about 15% over the whole year. So 20, you can see here, we're now at 317. Last year we were at 352, and then, excuse me, in 2021 we were 166 members and stuff. So, and I would highly encourage everyone to invite coworkers and friends that use any kind of Autodesk products, or on the survey side, even the GIS side, the BIM side, you know, even drones, since we do have webinars over drones and stuff. So, so yeah. Any questions about our membership? You know, like I said, some people ask me on LinkedIn, is it free? Like, yes, of course it's free. I don't charge anybody to join the user groups and stuff like that. So, but like I said, there is, when you go to the platform, you go to members, there's a link that says invite. You can invite people yourself. Now, I'm kind of the gatekeeper. That way, I don't let bots or just random people in the user group. There's a lot of people that try to ask to join, and they were bots on the MeWe platform that were trying to get in, or they were just random people that not are in our industry. So, and that's why it's private. That way we don't get filled up with spams and random posting and stuff like that. So that's why I keep a lock on. I just don't let anybody in. You got to be basically in the AC industry. And I try to make sure no one's just posting random stuff or using the platform to recruit members. You know, we don't want that. So, so if you ever see that somebody's post bugging you about recruitment and stuff, let me know so I can remove them off the platform, because we want to make this a fun platform and stuff. So, we do sometimes get carried away. We laugh and joke about different things, but the platform's mostly to share, knowledge and stuff, and even post technical questions. We have a lot of members that will come in and post technical questions, and we have a lot of experts that will come in and help answer. So I want to thank everyone that goes and help answer questions from other members and stuff. Next year's goal, I'm trying to hope to get up to 400, maybe 500. I'll try to do better in inviting other members to our user group. Yeah, if you don't know, you can use MeWe. There is no desktop version, but you can actually use the link to Windows option, and it will link the mobile app to your desktop if you're using Windows 10 or 11. So now you have the mobile app on your screen to be used as a desktop. There are other third-party applications you can use to use MeWe as a desktop option. So yeah. So I would say half the members use the browser and the other half use the mobile app. So any questions so far about the user group? If you have anybody questions, you can post it on the chat. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on. And then you can see our growth here for this year. We were at, actually this year we were at 268. We're at 317. You can see here in 2021, 180. So you can see the steady growth. It's kind of slowed down, but that's mostly on my part. I wasn't sending a lot of invites probably since probably like May. I kind of got really slammed with work, and I wasn't sending a lot of invites out. So, like I said, when people are not participating, some people have a mindset, well, I don't see a lot going on, I'm not going to post anything. Not everyone can have that mindset. Everybody needs to participate in order to be a good working platform. So, all right, so what have we done in 2023? So here is what we've done so far for 2023. We've had 12 webinars with industry experts over various topics. So I want to thank some of our members who participated in those webinars. They were actually the speakers. We've had 12 live streaming, which includes AutoCAD, CAD After Dark, and also our Tech Talk Tuesdays. So thanks for those that were able to participate in that. We've had about 5. We kind of slowed down this year. We only had like 5 uploaded tips and tricks videos. Most of mine were actually mine, but I encourage for people to create little snippets of 1 or 2 minute tips and tricks videos on what you're doing and what you're trying to share with the group. We actually had 70 blog posts, a little bit lower than last year. I think last year we had 110, so it kind of slowed down, but that's still good. That's 70 blog posts on various Autodesk products. And some of them were not Autodesk related, some of them were just industry, in the industry related. So like for drones or CAD management or something. So we also had five, I think we had five software trivia, maybe been six. Um, and I should say monthly, but we had five different Autodesk trivia. So we had some good laughs, having people guess some of the answers and stuff. So it was a really fun time testing people's knowledge using the trivia. So if you've never participated, it's a fun thing. We do it sometimes over Revit, sometimes AutoCAD, Civil 3D, InfraWorks, recap. Next year, I'm going to try to broaden the trivia with like maybe 3ds Max and Navisworks included in there. So, but yeah, and then I posted several updates. There's a few members that posted updates about this from Autodesk about products um, um, and software updates and stuff like that. So I think I posted around 65. I saw Autodesk updates and news updates from, and also webinars. I actually posted links about upcoming Autodesk webinars. So that way I try my best to upload it there. That way you don't have to go and search for webinars. You can find one location where you can see what's upcoming webinars that's coming there. So it's hard to keep up with all the Autodesk webinars, but I try to post all the ones that are related to AC industry. That way you can come in and register for those webinars hosted by Autodesk. So questions about the webinars and the streaming and the videos? Anybody have any questions? Like I said, it's free. It's in the forum section. It's not in the chat when you want to post a blog. You can post questions in the blog section, the forum section, or in our group chat. Trivia, sometimes I've actually had other software experts to help me with the questions. So I want to thank someone like Danya and Rena and other folks that have helped me come up with some of these questions and stuff. So really great stuff. I think I owe two people some gifts here. I'm back in the office, but I need to send one to Chris and I think one to Sid. They were our last winners on quarterly and one for our trivia. So we do give out prizes. We've given out a lot of prizes for our trivia and also our quarterly awards. So I do appreciate all the most active users. So I do reward those active users that are blogging, taking part in polls, and also doing webinars with me live for the user group and also in the chat. So there is a point system how I do this. Let's see what else. And then this is our past quarterly. If I remember right, these were our past quarterly winners, Danya and Kristen and Sid. I want to make sure, yeah. And they received some really cool gifts. We gave out some really, really great gifts over the last few years, from gift cards and tablets and microphones, Blue Yetis and headsets and gaming mouses. And, we've done some really great gifts out there. Like I said, I love to reward people for their participation. Like I said, you don't have to participate during the day. You can post stuff during the evening. I don't want y'all to get in trouble, doing stuff during the day. So come online in lunchtime or nighttime and blog about something. I'm always online. It stays on. So if anybody ever wants to chat late in the evening, I'm online. So some people we do have international members, so they'll jump on and message me, and I'll have a private conversation with them on the private chat. So like I said, don't assume that nothing's going on, because some people are having internal private conversations. So you just pop in and say hi if you feel like you want to see if anybody's online late at night. I'm a night owl, so I'm usually up till 2 or 3 in the morning, and sometimes that's like 8 o'clock in the morning for some of our international members. So questions about the blogging, the videos. Like I said, you can upload your own video. Try to keep it within 1 or 3 minutes long for a blog tip. So okay, let's go on the next slide. So here's like kind of a point system I use. If you do a webinar with me for the user group, I'll give you 30 points. Video blog post 20, blog post 10. And if you invite new members, let me know if you invited new members, I'll give you some points and stuff. And daily, weekly activities, I'll give you a point. So I try to do my best to keep up with that, try to keep up with myself, all those points and stuff. So the most points you can get is actually, doing a webinar for the user group. So we've had a few members like I think Danya's done one. I think Rena's may have done one. Also, Christina has done a video blog for our user group. So we, highly, encourage people to come in and just do a quick little video for the user group and stuff. So um, questions about, participation in the user group. Um, all right, I'll move on. Okay, what was some of the most active users, people that were actually blogging? So this is more for people that were blogging because that, gets more points. Then it's hard for me to keep up with all the chat that's going on every single day. But when I look at blog posts and activities in the forum section, these are our top participants. Let me know if you feel like you got left out. My name is on the list, so I don't count. But these are people that actually posted something in the forums or participated in a video chat. So from Michelle, Victor, Sid, and Danya, Christina, Chris, George, Thad, and Nicholas. If I forgot anybody else, I don't know if anybody else is um, had posted stuff, and some people had posted more in the beginning of the year and then kind of faded away, and some people posted more in the late in the evening, late in the year, so um so some people were coming and going when they're blog posting on our platform and stuff. So but let's give out a reward to our most active users. These are people that really made an effort to share knowledge on our platform, uh, and love sharing information to our user groups. So I deeply appreciate that. And I'm going to give out a reward. And let's go ahead and name our winner. And this year, after looking at all the blog posts and the polls and stuff, we actually um, had a tie. So Danya and Christina, they were doing a lot of blog posts at the end of the beginning of this year. Um, so I want to thank Danya and Christina. Sid came in more in the summertime and did a blog posting. He won one of our awards, quarterly awards. But when I went back and looked at the blog posting, Christina and Danya, y'all tied. Y'all were neck and neck with all the. I gave you some half points for all the Autodesk blog posts. You posted links to the Autodesk community voices and stuff. But both of y'all, and as I promised, this year was supposed to be a TV, but I can't split the TV in half. So I'm going to talk to Christina and Danya if you're online and see if how we want to split. Maybe I'll give you a gift card, each a gift card. I think Danya's online. Congratulations, Danya. Uh, Christina was not able to attend, but I'm recording this. Um, but I want to thank Danya, Christina, and also Sid won a quarterly award also. It was just way too close. I almost ended up with the same points. And there's a lot of half points for community voices and stuff. And some of them were, hey, go read, watch this video on Revit. So there are Revit users, our Revit experts, Danya and Christina, and also some AutoCAD stuff in there. So I want to thank both of them for winning. I'm going to reach out to them and give them out rewards, maybe $150 gift cards, unless they want me to give them an actual physical object. So definitely want to thank both of those, Christina and Danya. Y'all were awesome. You did a gift card. All right, I'll give you a gift card, Danya. I'll email you a gift card. If you don't know, Danya I got an award from Autodesk also at AU. So congratulations to Danya. Like I said, it's not a competition. These people made some efforts during their free time or whenever they were doing it to share knowledge, and that's what our user group is about: sharing knowledge, building up this user group. I want this user to be something special, and it's meant for everybody, all our international members. We do have international members, but I definitely want to give thanks to Danya and Christina. So I got to reach out to Christina and give her a gift too. So, but I do have gifts here. I mean, Danya, I'll reach out to you if you want a gift card. You want something? I got a bunch of, let's say, electronic stuff here at the office in case you want one of those electronic stuff, and I can mail it to you. Chris, I'm going to mail your prize. And then Sid, I think you wanted a gaming mouse I was giving away during the year. So I got to mail you out your gaming mouse that you won and won. I gave out in our session. So, all right, let's move on. Does anybody have any questions about the platform, and the user group and activities and stuff like that? So I do want to thank Chris, George, Thad, Nicholas, Victor, and Michelle, all giving up their time and blogging and on our forum sections and sharing tips on there. I definitely appreciate y'all's too. Also, so we'd like to encourage more people to share. Like I said, all our members are at different levels. Some of them are beginners, CAD users, and then we have a lot of expert elite members. I think we have 15 expert elite members or 20 expert elite members on here. And then we do have a few Autodesk members on here. They're just watching. They don't really participate with the user group. So, and then we also have members that are both AutoCAD and Autodesk and Bentley users. So, so we thank those users are coming online too. Okay, let's move on. And let's see, what do we have planned for next year? So my goal is to continue the 12 webinars per month, so I want to continue doing that. I kind of slacked off the last few months. I got I don't want to say slacked off, but I got really slammed. And we want to continue doing 2 a month. And then live streaming, we're going to continue our monthly CAD After Dark live streaming. So, after work, if y'all feel like I should push it back to later, like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, let me know. I've been doing it at 6 and 7 o'clock, but I guess people are on their way home or eating dinner. So what are y'all thoughts? Should I push the CAD After Dark to later? If you want to put in chat, what do you think? Should I keep it around 6 or 7? Or should I move it to like 7 or 9, or move it even later to like 9 or 10 for those that want to join CAD After Dark? If you want to put it on the chat. Or you can use your microphone. It's up to you. I'd like to get y'all's opinion about the CAD After Dark.
Yeah, I would say I'm on my way home. It's roughly around 6 to 7:30 or so, and then I think I'll be more in tune.
Okay.
Maybe after 8, but again, I'm not trying to make specific accommodations just for myself. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Anybody else? 8 p.m. with Joe. Okay. Mark, Danya, 8 work. Christina, 8. Okay, we got another 8. Trina, yep. What else? Michelle, thanks for joining us. Michelle, what's the best time to join CAD After Dark for you? Try to get a good idea. It looks like it may be around 7:30 to 8 now. So what I'm getting from all the users online. I'll put a poll up on yeah, it'll be Central Time. Everything I say is Central since I'm in Central Texas, Central Time. So anytime I put a time, it's going to be Central Time. And I know it's tough when we got members from all over the United States in different time zones. Yeah. Anybody else? Mark, what's best time for you?
8 o'clock is fine.
Yeah.
Sounds fair to me.
So I might do like a.
I had issues unmuting, but depending on the day, yeah, 8's probably good.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
That way everybody's done with dinner and they can sit there and pull up their tablet or their phone and just listen in our conversations and stuff. So we've had some really great discussions for CAD After Dark. We've had most of the time we have a few people attend, but we've had some of them that lasted 2.5 hours. The CAD After Dark. We had three or four people jump in, and then they logged up, and then three or four more people logged back in. New members, so they were coming and going while we were having the Cat After Dark. So, and yeah, we've had some really great discussions and stuff, and we laughed, we cried during our Cat After Dark sessions and stuff. So, I'm going to try to bring in, Eric just up the road. Eric, if you don't know who Eric DeLeon is, he's actually lives just up the road from me, a few miles. I'll see if I can come and bring him into the office when we do a more Cat After Dark. So, but yeah, like I said, keep highly encouraged. And remember, if you know about Autodesk updates, feel free to put it on the forums. Hey, there's been a new update for the software. Or if you found some news about some kind of Autodesk has acquired a software, post it on there on our forums and stuff. That way, other members know about it. So, yep. Let's go on. And last but not least, our event. So I am going to bring it back. I have a meeting next month at the conference to nail down the conference date, but it will be in July. I put a poll up if you're not on the forum, but go vote on the poll. How long you think the event should be? So right now, I'm proposing 2 to 3 days for this event. It's not going to be just an Autodesk event. It's going to be for everybody from Bentley to Esri. I did this in 2017 and I invited every survey company. The only person that didn't, or the company that didn't show up was Esri, but Bentley was there. Transsoft Solutions in Canada, they do AutoTurn and Taurus and is it Nexus? They were there. 4 or 5 survey companies were there. We had some other 3D modeling companies there. So it will be back. I'm already working on it now. There's going to be some private invite for speakers. They're going to be going out most likely at the end of next month in July, like the last week of July. I'm sorry, not July, January. I want to get those speakers lined up and ready to go. It's probably going to be like 30 something speakers. So I'm excited about it. I tried to do it this year, but I just got slammed with projects. But this year I'm definitely going to do it. It will be in Arlington, Texas. So I'm hoping, most likely it might end up being a 3-day event. That way, for the people that are out of state, it'll be easier to get approval for a 3-day training event. So definitely be looking for it. We're definitely excited about it because some of the classes will not be just software related. Some will be architectural, engineering related for engineers and architects. So somebody asked, can you make it over the weekend? It's really hard for people to give up their weekends. And I tried it once and no one was willing to give up their weekends to go to an event. Now I might try to do like a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but what I've experienced when I did a training event on a Friday, half the people disappeared like at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, everybody was trying to jet out of there early. That's why I don't try to do events on Friday because everybody wants to leave early. They got approval to go for an event, and then at 1 o'clock, like half the attendance disappeared. they jetted. So I try to avoid weekends and Fridays. So that's most likely it's going to be like a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday in the middle of the week. Monday it's always busy because everybody's doing project meetings and staff meetings on Mondays, company meetings. So most likely it's going to look like it'll be a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for this event. Like I said, I try to get some feedback from weekend thing, and most people don't want to give up their weekend to go to a training event. Yeah, but then again, if the company pays for it, they expect you to be there. So, but I try to stay away from weekend events. So, yeah, I mean, how many people would go if it was a weekend? The people online, would you go and your company approve? Are you going to give up your Friday and Saturday? I mean, Saturday and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a training event on the chat? Would y'all give up y'all's weekend to go to a training event for those online? One day, maybe, yeah. I mean, be honest. Would you give up your weekend to go to an event, training event? Not get anybody else. Get some. Hey George, thanks for. Yeah, half the weekend. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Um, and that's a key thing if getting companies to pay for it. So um, for the engineers that go, there are engineers and architects that are coming to the event. We're going to give out continuing education credits for the event. For those that we're thinking about doing some certification, not certification, but certificates too, but those attend several classes. We might give some certificates. So I'm looking at different options for the designers and CAD managers and BIM managers and surveyors to give out some kind of certificate for those that attended the 3-day event. So be looking for more information to come, but we're definitely doing it in July, and it'll be called the Texas AC Summit. So any questions about the event? The price, well, I haven't set it in stone yet, but it could vary. It could be once I finalize the how much it's going to cost me for the conference, because this is a new conference building. It could vary between, for the 3-day event, $600 to $900 per person. So so it's going to be somewhere in between that for 3 days, which I think is a great deal if you're taking 4 classes a day or 5 classes a day for 3 days is a really great deal. So any questions about the event? We'll reach out to certain companies for sponsorship if the companies want to be sponsors. So questions? Yeah, like I said, in January, I'll send the private invites. Somebody asked me, well, if you're a speaker, do you have to pay for the event? No, you don't. And if you're a speaker, I'm looking at see how much I can reimburse for your travel too. So I'll look and see what I can afford for all the speakers to pay for your, hotel or your plane tickets and stuff to come here. So that's one I'm working on that logistics. So because 3-day event's gonna cost me an arm and a leg. So let's see what else. Guest speakers. I don't want to say who the guest speakers we're gonna have there. I'm working it out, nail it down for guest speakers. So yeah. What was the attendance? Last one we had? The last one I had was a 2-day event.
Can you go wash your hands and then pop the candy out? I'll get Pot to wash those
what?
molds so I can do them again tonight.
Danya, you're talking to me? Danya, were you talking to us?
Chocolates in the tray in the
but yeah, how many attendants did we have? Ryan Reynolds. I want to say we had way over 100. We had 100. I'm trying to remember how many registered. I want to say we had 150 show up for that 2-day event, and I only advertised it for 3 months. This time I'm going to try to advertise for 6 months. And the goal for this event is try to get to around the 400 to 600 attendees at this event, and that's the main objective: is 400 to 600 people at this event. So, good question. Thanks, Joe. You want to be a sponsor? Appreciate it. And if you need help trying to get approval from your company, just reach out to me, and then and we'll talk and I'll see where I can help you get you approved, with the company, maybe have a Zoom call and with your owners or whoever I need to talk to help you convince them why this event would be worth the money. Will it be recorded? No, it won't be recorded. The classes won't be recorded. That cost me way too much money. I'm not Autodesk. But yeah. What else? We've got some great questions coming in. You will get a little gift bag. Everybody will have a little gift bag for those attending. So you'll see a gift bag. Any other questions about the event? So, like I said, if your company wants to be, help be a sponsor, let me know. Reach out to me, and I could talk to whoever I need to talk to in your company that wants to be a sponsor and have their logo on our brochures and also our banners. So your logo will go on the banner and the brochures. So, and of course you'll get discounts, for the attendees there if the company's a sponsor. So we can talk more in detail about that. So, but the goal right now is Bentley, Esri, TransOff Solutions, Autodesk. I know Autodesk will be there. Carlson, Trimble, Leica, Beyond Typicals. Who else could I possibly invite? Those are the main companies right now I'm focused on inviting and being there for our event. We will have an exhibit hall, an area where we have exhibitors, but there will be other resellers there, training companies. Know they're going to be there at my event too. Don't know who, but last time we had 5 resellers, software training resellers. So we will have exhibitors there. The agenda, good question. When will the classes be listed? Most likely won't be listed till March, sometime in March. Yeah. So the list of all the classes, they'll be all online through an app. You'll be able to see who the speakers are and what classes are being. As soon as I get all the classes, it might be February too. To be honest, it might be if I get all the speakers locked down. Might be February. So the invites will be going out in January. So maybe the end of February, the first week of March, you'll see the list. That gives March, April, June, 3 months for everybody to try to get approval for this event. Don't know what week in July. It's not gonna be, of course, July 4th weekend. Everybody's on vacation. So possibly, if you're curious, it could be the week of, right now I'm looking at 16th, 17th, 18th of July. Yeah. So try to put that in your calendar. That's the goal I have right now, is 16th, 17th, 18th of July. I can't do it the week after that because I'll be actually out of the country after that week. So any other questions you may have? And is there any other products you want to see at the event? That way I can reach out to my contacts in those companies. So. Mm-hmm. Hey, Matthew, thanks for joining us.
Tony, how's it going, man? Thanks. Sorry to jump on late. So what did I miss here? What's the purpose of today's awareness?
Today was, we went over and gave awards, over our most active users on our platform.
Okay.
And what we achieved this year, with webinars and stuff like that and meetups, and then what we're doing next year for our meetup.
Nice.
Yeah. So July we're going to have our 2 or 3 day event. So List routine, LiDAR scanners. Okay. I'll look into some of the survey company contacts I know to see if we come do some classes on LiDAR scanning. So good question. Faro. I've talked to them before. Yeah. Dell. Okay.
One second.
Um, okay. Okay. Good.
I take it this is all basically ground architectural, so it would be pretty much out of my wheelhouse type thing.
No, AutoCAD Electrical is also another one. Yeah, like I said, AutoCAD Electrical. I'm trying to reach out to Autodesk who that main person is, because I want to get everybody. Even interior designing is something that you never hear about, you know. So I'm going to try to have an instructor talk about interior designing with Autodesk products. So that's something I never really see is, interior design, webinars, what they do and what software they use and their workflows for interior designers, so that's something. Lumion Twin Motion, that's another two other software that I'm going to look and bring it into our event is, for those that do 3D modeling. SketchUp is another one. Point cloud construction management. Yeah, I'll talk to Autodesk. Yeah, I have some contacts up there and bring somebody from Autodesk to do something like that. So, and also, let's see, I already talked about Beyond Typicals. I think they already kind of gave me a yes or preliminary yes. And also Test Fit. So I know they're here local in Dallas. So I'm pretty sure they'll be there for those that, I've seen Test Fit. So I'm trying to get everybody, all the different industries from survey, electrical, mechanical, Esri. Like I said, the Esri was tough last time I had it to get them to come. I'm going to try to reach out to them again and try to get them to come show up now that they have a good relationship with Autodesk. Let's see if I can get them involved in this event. Yeah, all great questions. Thanks for posting on the chat. So,
Sorry, Tony. Quick question, Matt again here. So at AU, there was a good class on interoperability between, I guess, the partnership between Esri, Trimble, right, and Caltrans. You mentioned all three of those, right? That they're going to be here. I think
Carlson,
that was
so Trimble was there in my last event. Carlson was there in my last event. Of course, Autodesk. Esri wasn't there, but if I can get Esri there, then yeah, I could try to have a class that can talk about interoperability with all those software products.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That was very promising in that class they were showing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have a contact, who that Esri speaker was, yeah, send it to me, email me or message me or put it on the chat. That way I can reach out to them. I only have 2 or 3 contacts in Esri, but I'd like to see who that speaker was.
Sure will.
Yeah.
Send that right over.
Yeah. Even though, 90% of all our users in our user group are Autodesk products or Autodesk users, I still try to, invite all these other people to use it. It's all part of the AC industry. So I'm not against other products, So I do use some Bentley products off and on here and there. I dabble with Twin Motion, trying to learn that. I've dabbled with SketchUp, Enscape. I'm going to try to see if they're willing to come. Some Revit 3D visualization people use Enscape. It's a great product. I like it. So, but yeah,
I'm kind of excited. Faro?
What's that?
Did you mention Faro?
I have reached out to them before. They didn't come my last event. Joe just posted on Faro, and I'm going to try to get them to come again. To try to come. Last time they kind of backed out. I guess I guess they didn't like the idea of other survey companies being there.
Gotcha.
Because we had Trimble, the Leica, the Carlson, and there was another survey company there, and they just like, nah, never mind. So
right.
But I'll see if I can convince them to come. So, but yeah, definitely. I'll keep you tuned. I'm going to try to update this on the official user group website, the Dfwbiug.com. if you go there, this is where I'm going to make all the updates about the event. You'll see the list of speakers. You'll see a link to the classes. So every time I update it, just go there to that website, dfwbiug.com. That's the official user group website for events. I use that just for events. You can see all the lists of speakers if you go. Let me share my screen onto the other screen. So can y'all see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. So you go to past events here, you can see the speakers we've had in the last few events. We've had a lot of speakers at our event. And if we go to, I think, which one was it? I think it was this one. That was a 2-day event, 2017. We had a lot of different companies there. And each class was different sizes. Some were meant only for 10 people, some meant for 30 people. Like this is actually was an engineering only class for engineers. It was talk about, I forgot what it was, HUD or something. Exhibit hall area, but you can see, who we had there. If we go back to past events, and if you scroll at the bottom, you can see the companies that have attended our events. You might see your company logo there if you've been to one of our 4 or 3 events. And then, also sponsors. I kind of removed it, but I haven't updated this, but some of our sponsors we've had at our events, so you might recognize some of these companies that have been sponsors to our events. And then I tried to make notifications on our other magazines, like this is a civil structure magazine, local charters. I'm going to try to reach out to our local chapters for AIA and also ASCE and ACEC. So, so once I start getting everything nailed down, look at this first homepage, and you'll see this information here about the Texas. I'm going to update this AC Summit being updated. So. I got to go have an event. A meeting with the conference place to see if everything is complete, ready to go with this new building. So, but yeah.
Tony, appreciate you setting this up and everything. I'll send you that contact over at with it Esri, and I do got to jump off, but yeah, thank you so much for putting this together.
All right, I'll stop here, everyone. Does anybody have any additional questions? I mean, like I said, man, I really enjoyed everybody, coming along today and participating in our webinar. I'm probably going to do one more event before Christmas, maybe like a Cat After Dark. But we have new members, and I highly encourage people to invite your coworkers, with our user group, come participate, share your knowledge. If you want to do a video for the user group, share like a tips and tricks or something, let me know, and then we'll set it up. Don't be scared. Everybody has fun at our events. Some people have used our platform to do a webinar to do a practice for AU. So they did the event at our user group, and then they go and do it at AU or something, or go do it at another user group or our company event or something. So, but yeah, any questions before we jump off? Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining online. I deeply appreciate it. And stay tuned and keep in touch. All right. Have a great Christmas and New Year's. Right, bye, everyone.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy Christmas.